Hello. In this video, we'll be doing a quick overview of what to expect in Chapter 1. The topics that are covered in Chapter 1 are the objective of financial reporting, GAAP and FASB origins, the auditor's role, cash versus accrual accounting, and the conceptual framework. First, you will read and learn about that the objective of financial reporting is to give useful financial information to people who are outside the company. These are called external users. And good financial reporting helps them make informed decisions. The primary users of the financial reports are the external stakeholders who rely on accurate financial reporting to make decisions such as investors and creditors. Next, you'll also learn about the history of the GAAP and FASB and how they came about. Although this might not be the most exciting topic in accounting, it is important to understand the reason why they came about because it helps us identify, or I should say, it helped us identify what was lacking in the accounting reporting and standards. You should also know what GAAP and FASB stands for. These acronyms are used throughout the book and throughout accounting. GAAP is the generally accepted accounting principles, and this is the framework for financial reporting in the United States. And FASB is the Financial Accounting Standards Board, and this is the body that develops and updates GAAP. Together, they ensure the consistency, transparency, and comparability in the financial statements that the users use and rely on. Auditors are very important in accounting. Their role they are the ones who express an opinion on the compliance of financial statements in accordance with GAAP. You'll read more about this in the textbook. Cash basis versus accrual basis is a critical concept that every accounting student should know because it will be coming up throughout this entire class and when you enter the accounting field. Cash basis is, as it sounds, it's when you record revenues when you receive cash and record expenses when you pay them, versus accrual basis is you record revenue when you earn the cash and record an expense when you incur the expense, regardless of when the cash goes in or goes out. The accrual basis is the standard for financial reporting for most companies, certainly for large corporations and publicly traded companies, I should say. Usually you only see cash basis with much smaller private companies. A large part of Chapter 1 covers the conceptual framework, which is considered to be the accounting constitution. There are three main components to the conceptual framework. First, the qualitative characteristics, such as relevance, faithful representation, and everything that is a part of those characteristics. Next, you'll learn about the elements, which are the different components that make up the financial statements, such as assets, liabilities, equities, revenue, expenses, gain, loss, etc. Finally, the last part of the conceptual framework talks about the recognition, measurement, and disclosure, which details out when an item should be recognized, how much should they be recognized for, and what disclosures are required in addition to what is on the financial statements. I have included 3 different videos for each component of the conceptual framework for you to review. Finally, I wanted to talk about the assignment and the discussion board for Chapter 1. You have a calendar showing when all the assignments are assigned and when they're due for the whole semester, but I'm going to go through specifically what is due for Chapter 1. On Sunday, August 24th at 11:59 p.m., all your homework is due. You will have you'll have unlimited tries for the homework, and you'll get the answer after 3 attempts. So there should be really no reason for everybody to get 100% on the homework. Next, you also have the SmartBook questions. SmartBook serves as an adaptive learning tool that you will complete as you read the chapter. And then finally, also on August 24th, is the Chapter 1 quiz. The quiz is meant to reinforce what you learned through SmartBook and the homework problems. Additionally, we also have a discussion board, and the details for the discussion board are in Canvas. The initial response will be on Wednesday, August 20th at 11:59 p.m. And then the final response is due Sunday, August 24th, and there will be specific instructions of what the initial response requires and what the final response requires. I also want to highlight that there will be several videos outlining or explaining what is in the textbook, but these videos do not cover everything that is in the textbook. However, it is your responsibility to read the textbook and understand everything or the majority of what is covered in the textbook. Then when you go to the homework will highlight all the different areas of the chapter that you will be responsible for and will be tested on the quiz and the exam. And finally, I just want to highlight one part of the homework. There will be a question about the Gap Inc. 10K for the year end February 1, 2020. So when you pull up the 10K for that year, it is going to be the 2019 10K. It is not the 2020 10K. When you look at a company's 10K, the year of the 10K is the year that the financial reporting period begins. So for instance, for a company like Gap, that their year end is February 1, 2020, the year covers the 2019 10K will cover the 12-month before February 1, 2020. So presumably it will be, well, I think the Gap is on a 53 week year, but generally it would cover February 1, 2019 to January 31, 2020, but because it's a 53 week year, it's till February 1, 2020. But their fiscal year starts in 2019, and so that is the 10K you will choose. You will choose the 2019 10K, not the 2020 10K.